Hey everyone, it's Lexi, and today I wanted to talk to you about how to heal a broken heart. Whew. Now, this is a doozy of a topic that I have been called to speak on for a little while now, so here it is. First of all, if you are here because of a recent heartbreak, or maybe just a heartbreak that just keeps coming up for you, whatever it is, I really want to thank you for coming across my video and choosing to click on it. I hope that my video brings you some much needed healing, hope, and that you can feel the love that I am actually sending you through this video. So thank you for being here, and namaste. Okay, so let's get right to it. First of all, I've got hundreds of tips, tons of tips, and on how to heal your broken heart, but obviously I can't talk about all of them today, so I'm just gonna pick a couple of key components, some powerful ones that have assisted my clients and as well me personally on my own journey of healing my own broken heart. Okay, so tip number one, I wanted to say is to make sure that you allow yourself to feel all the feelings, okay? Everything that you're going through, everything that you're feeling, that you're hearing, it's all valid. And I want to honor that. And I want you to honor that. And I would lovingly support you to allow yourself to feel even the yuckiest of feelings, because it's all part of the process and it's all part of the grieving and the healing process, okay? Allowing yourself to feel those emotions. Remember that emotions comes from the Latin meaning to move through. So allow those feelings to come in. Let's let them go through our chakras, come into our body and move through and out, okay? Move through. We don't want them to stay inside our beautiful bodies for too long, because then they can make us sick. So we want to allow them to come in and out, okay? That is the process. Don't deny them. Don't deny yourself of them. Don't try to go around them, go through them, okay? So every feeling that you're feeling is okay, all right? Confusion, anger, frustration, denial, all of it. Okay, so this part, number two, was very difficult for me personally. Maybe I should have included it as number one, but I'm just kind of just saying them. There's no particular order here. Number two is to learn to be your own person. Detach, okay? So many of us have been in a relationship for so long that we don't even really know how to be an individual, how to be someone on our own. So I'm going to share this great little story. It is about an old gardener who sought advice from a monk and went to go see this monk for some advice, because remember what Buddha says. Buddha teaches that it is attachment that leads to suffering. So we want to detach from these people so that we can achieve hope, peace, maybe even enlightenment. Okay, so the old gardener goes to the monk and he says, "Great monk, let me ask you, how can I obtain liberation?" The great monk replied, "Well, who tied you up?" This old gardener answered, "Well, nobody tied me up." The great monk said, "Then why do you seek liberation?" Okay, so one of the most liberating things you can do for yourself is recognize that you are a separate entity from this relationship. You are not a broken half of something. You are whole, and you are a whole, beautiful soul on your own. On your own, you're a beautiful, independent soul. Okay, you are not, like I said, a broken part of something else. You are a whole soul that brought your whole beautiful soul into a relationship, and that other soul came in and you guys were something together. But that doesn't mean that now that you're not together that you can't still be that whole separate entity. Sometimes it's very difficult to believe that you can be whole as a person when you're no longer in a relationship, especially, from society and other people around us who assume that if you're single, you're obviously very lonely and you're very, very sad. And it's almost like we need to prove to ourselves, not to anybody else, that we are whole and we can be happy and we are these amazing individuals by ourselves. Okay? So, yeah, don't try to fill that void with anybody else either, all right? Okay? We really want to make sure that we work on ourselves and allow ourselves to feel these emotions, and we learn to love ourselves, and we learn to, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's just so important that we move through this step and we learn to detach before we even get involved in another relationship or try to get into another relationship. List your strengths. So if you need to go back to my video on self-love, it's very important that you learn to love yourself again. When our relationship ends, there's a lot of grieving that needs to happen, and you want to allow yourself that whole process. Part of it is listing your strengths, and whether you need to enlist the help of others, where other people can tell you what's so great about you and what's so good about you until you can believe it for yourself, then do that. Okay? If you need to write affirmations on your mirror in the morning, you look at that mirror and see those affirmations. You do you. You do whatever it takes to recognize your strengths, list your strengths, write them down so you can see them every day, put them in a journal, whatever it is for you. Have a power song. What is your empowerment song? Let me tell you a funny story. Okay, so I was going through this horrible breakup, this huge amount of heartache and pain, where I just felt there's no way I can survive this. There's no way I can go through this, okay? This feels like an open wound in my heart. There's no way I can heal from this. I'm gonna die. I probably will die from this. I probably will not survive this. Well, guess what? Here I am. Anyway, so there was a time, any of you who have been to Archangel Wellness know that I live and work on this beautiful sacred land, and it just brings so much healing to so many and brings so much peace to so many, but it is sometimes difficult to maintain a little. And there was this dead tree that I knew had to come down, and for some reason, I chose to take it on with my bare hands. And I had a chainsaw, but I was a little bit scared to use it. But I needed to cut this tree down, and I decided to do it with just an axe. And I kind of did some research. I could have hired an arborist. I could have asked somebody else to do it, but no, it was something that I wanted to do for myself. I needed to do for myself. So I kind of read about it and watched some videos, and I knew I had to make the little wedge. I was ready to do it. And I went out there and I decided to take this tree on, and it started to rain, and I was muddy and I was dirty and my hands were hurting, and the rain is coming down on me, and I am crying, and I'm just giving her, and I'm trying to cut this tree. The accomplishment that I felt when I did it, that tree came down, and I saw it all come down, and I heard it crack, 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 boom. Oh my God, I felt like the most powerful woman on the planet. And I remember turning around because my kids were watching me from the deck, and I turned around and I'm like, what man is as strong as mama? No man. But it's silly when I tell the story, but at the moment it was what I needed to be able to believe in myself and the actual strength that I had. And this actually leads me on to your next tip on how to heal your broken heart, and that is exercise, physical workout. Okay, so yes, that was in a way helpful with that other tip on believing in the strength that I had as an individual, and my competency, but also the physical nature of it, and getting my blood pumping and getting the adrenaline going. And, you know, there's a lot to be said for a kickboxing class. So if you need to get a little bit of frustration out, kickboxing classes are amazing. A punching bag, visualizing someone in that punching bag, amazing. Throwing yourself on the bed and throwing a tantrum and hitting the pillow works too, by the way. Doesn't have to be in a gym that you're working out your frustrations, but exercising, swimming, walking, anything that can bring those new levels of serotonin into your brain, and all those feel-good hormones being released will allow you to move through this process and will allow you to get one step further in healing your broken heart. Don't forget to allow yourself also, sorry, let's move on to the next tip. Also, allow yourself to miss this person. So when you're out working out and you're, trying to work out some of your frustrations physically, sometimes afterwards we might have other emotions going on for us, and one of them is this: we start to miss the person and we start to fantasize and we start to have all these feelings of longing. And I want to validate those feelings and tell you that those feelings are okay too, and they're perfectly normal too, and allow yourself to feel them too. If you start getting into your head and saying, oh, I need to stop thinking about that person, I need to just stop fantasizing about that person, it's kind of like me asking you, don't think about that purple shaggy dog. Now, if I tell you not to think about that purple shaggy dog, you're going to think about that purple shaggy dog. So allow yourself to miss that person. It's okay. You don't have to think that it's not okay to think about them anymore. Where am I on my steps? I don't know. I think I'm at step number 5, maybe. Higher purpose. Okay, this is so important in part of the grieving process, the letting go process, and the moving on process. Sometimes we can get so stuck in our own pain and our own heartache, and we get so stuck in our own shit, our own problem. We don't realize that there is so much out there, and there are such greater problems out there. I'm not saying that your feelings and your problems are not valid, but they are. But sometimes we can get stuck in our own problems. So I say, get a bigger problem. Focus on something greater than yourself, something higher purpose. Okay, so what do you want to focus on? Make it as big as you want. I want to tackle climate change, okay? And this is what I'm going to focus all my attention on, and I'm going to attend these rallies, and I'm going to, whatever it is for you. Maybe you want to donate your time to a rescue shelter, and you're helping, animals, and animals that have been abandoned, and animals that have been wounded, and animals that have been physically abused, right? Helping them and saving their lives. Oh, that can bring you so much healing. Volunteering at a battered women's shelter, helping the homeless, feeding the homeless, volunteering your time at a food bank, helping someone else, okay? Get a bigger problem when your own problems are consuming you. This is part of the healing process, and it's a very valid tip. Don't forget to laugh, okay? Next tip is to make sure that you try and laugh as much as you can. Call those friends that just crack you up. Look at those silly memes. Watch an Aussie Man video. Watch a hilarious movie. Something that's just going to make you laugh and laugh and laugh and cry. If you cry afterwards, that's good too. Who doesn't feel good after a good cry? This goes back to the very first step where I said allow yourself to feel all those feelings. It's okay to cry every single day. Knock yourself out. It's your party. Whatever you need. I remember that I would get, when my kids would go away to their dad's house, and I was going through this horrible heartache and heartbreak, and I would write in my journal, and I would light a candle. I would write this letter to my ex, and then I would burn the letter, and I would cry. And I would cry and cry and cry, and then I'd go in the shower and I'd have the water running down on me, and I would cry until I had nothing left. But damn, I felt good after. And it's what I needed to do, and I needed to allow myself to do that. I, again, thought, this hurts so much. All of the lies and the cheating and the pain, it hurts so much. There's no way I could possibly survive this. I'm gonna die. But I didn't. Where are we? A whole new world. Create a new world for yourself, okay? Sometimes we need to let go of people that no longer serve us. This includes maybe all of your ex's friends, maybe all your joint friends. Anyone that isn't supporting you in your healing and isn't allowing you to move through and isn't honoring your feelings, we don't need to hold on to them anymore. You can create an entire new life. You can create a new identity. This is what I like now. And people will say, but you always liked this before. Well, I'm like, well, no, I like this now. Try out new classes, join new Facebook groups, join a new meetup, try new stuff. Someone says, hey, there's this friend I want you to meet. Sure, I'll meet him. Say, you know what? I go to this class. It really helps me. Sure, I'll do it. Just say yes. Create a whole new world for yourself. And part of this leads to my last and final step, which is try everything. Just say yes. Try everything in the healing process. So basically when someone says to you, I go to church and I pray every day and I speak to the Lord and it really helped me heal the process, and maybe you should try it, just say yes. Try it. You know what? Someone said to me, I went to go see the sexual healer, and the sexual healer really helped me and realize, so many things for my new life. And, we'd had this whole shamanic experience, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it. Just say yes. Someone said, you know what really helped? What really helped me was I journaled every single day, and I had a journal that was just about leaving this abusive relationship, and I kept it, and then I burned it, and I had this burn under the sacred full moon. Okay, I'm going to try that too. I'm going to try journaling. I'm going to try hypnotherapy. I'm going to try counseling. I'm going to try tapping. I'm going to try crystal healing. I'm going to try aromatherapy. I'm going to try light therapy. I'm going to try a church. I'm going to try reading from the Bible. I'm going to try speaking to a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a counselor. I'm going to try water therapy. I'm going to try floating. I'm going to go to a float house and float. I'm going to go into the ocean and cleanse myself. I'm going to do a burn. I'm going to ride horses. Try it all. It's never too much. It's never too much in the healing process. Whatever it is you need to do to heal your broken heart, you do it. And I honor you in this journey. Attend that life purpose retreat. Go on that camp trip. Attend that singles event. Even if you don't think you're ready, try art therapy. Try it all. Try it all. And trust me, I have tried it all. And it still took me years to heal my broken heart. Last one, which is not really a tip, love again. You can love again, and you will love again. And when you can love and send love, it's so much easier to receive love. I spoke earlier about how your broken heart may have, mesh, and it might have a scaffolding around it, and it may have duct tape, and it'll have scars, but it's still there. You didn't die. And feeling love and sending love and just loving again, that is the greatest healer for your heart. The greatest healer for your heart. So I hope that these tips will assist you in some way. And I wanted to, again, validate your feelings and honor your journey. I wanted to tell you that it doesn't matter how long it's been since you have lost your ex, split up with your ex, gone through your divorce. It doesn't matter. It's different for everyone. It can take years. It could take months. It doesn't matter. Take however long you need, okay? Find a good support network. Find some good friends. You can talk about it, okay? I have more tips. If you would like to book a session with me, you know how to get a hold of me. You can find me anywhere on social media at RK Angel Wellness. That's all I have for now. I honor your journey. I'm sending you love. And until next time, namaste.